Looking at what they need to know, these are the 3 trigger clusters that make most sense in terms of connecting with this particular stage of awareness. This is what these people need to know. That's what I've matched with the stage of awareness here. And also, I've generated angles based on this information, these messages in these trigger clusters, and also based on something else we've done before. I mentioned that objection to purchase is a very important thing, right? You don't just use that at the end of your campaign when they're really close to buying. Sometimes you start to use it from the beginning. I'll tell you why. In this case, let me go back to this. In this case, we are selling something called a hair growth serum for women, which is not an unusual or never heard of before kind of product. It's a very common product. Lots of other similar products are in the market. So it's a saturated market, like I said. So what has happened is our market is already disappointed, being previously disappointed by similar products in the market. So that is their most basic objection to purchase. What this can do is, even when they start seeing your first ad, when they realize it's about a hair growth serum, they'll become uninterested because they've lost faith in such products. So you have to remember that, and you have to start with knowing that this is how they are thinking, this is what their mindset is. How do I work around that? How do I get them to pay interest, right? So what I'm going to do is, because of this particular saturated market kind of product, and because this is such a big objection, I'm going to start from the beginning with showing proof of this working. That is why, even at this stage, even at the pain aware stage, the stories I'm telling, right, have to do with people's experiences, them talking about how something worked for them, right? I'm already using social proof to talk about my product. In fact, if you have like a different kind of product, maybe it is a cable that doesn't break, maybe that's an unusual product, it's made with a special kind of element, then it's not a saturated market. You can simply, at the pain aware stage, you can simply make an ad that talks about its features, its advantages, use cases, and things like that. But here it's a saturated market. So I'm going to start with always using social proof to talk about my product, as in showing people's experiences. So at this stage, at solution aware stage, I'm using these message clusters. I'm using the knowledge that people already have a negative mindset about products like this. I'm also using sticky messages we have in our inventory. This is how I've come up with these ad angles. This is one example. It is a video of users of my product, who have tried it out, or other influencers who are talking about their experience with this hair growth serum. Somebody is talking about, it's not a miracle, but a scientific formula, in fact, that works. It comes in a well-designed package and little detail. Somebody's just talking about the product. Where is this coming from? It's coming from these sticky messages we found, right? Somebody's saying, I'm not expecting a miracle, but I'm expecting some results. These are the common phrases people are using. I'm going to use that in my ad because they connect with it immediately. They're not looking for a miracle anymore, right? And some other user is talking about, I almost had happy tears. Remember where this came from? Sticky messages, that's right. I almost had happy tears seeing baby hair growing on my scalp. And they also add in the fact that it's in just over 2 weeks, because that is a special benefit people are looking for, right? Okay, I'm going to have baby hair grow, but if it's 1 year from now, I don't have the patience to keep using a product for a year. But if I say in just 2 weeks, you can start to see results, people will stand up and take note that this is a special product. Again, another angle, I've tried a lot of products that didn't work. This is again addressing that objection through a person who's used it, right? I've tried a lot of products that did not work. This one not only works, but also smells great. And it doesn't leave my hair greasy. What am I doing here? I'm addressing these desired value propositions. It should smell good. It is a non-greasy formula. So I'm going to talk about it. It's not like other products that don't work. It works. And it also does these extra things that are valuable for me. So I'm going to get people to say these things. That is social proof. And I'm going to get the solution aware prospects to realize this is a special product. Now they're starting to pay attention to your product, your service. Okay. Now they move to the product aware stage. Okay, this stage, they know your product, they know other solutions in the market. They obviously know the problem. That's where they began. So what they're doing now is they're comparing this product. They have the idea that they may want to buy this. But they're wondering, okay, why this particular product over all these other products, right? They're comparing. They're wondering, should I buy this? Should I not buy this? So what do they need to know now to go to the next stage? Go get closer to buying from you. they need to understand that whatever concerns they have, anxieties they have, doubts they have, they don't need to worry about all that. Your product already takes care of those things. They don't need to worry about it. They also need to focus a little bit more on exactly how valuable, how true is the special benefits your product has. Are people really connecting with these things, these claims that you're making it will do? Are people really connecting with that, right? So we start with their deal breakers and their uncertainties, because that's where they're probably stuck at wondering, what if this, what if that, what about this, and so on. And then also they need to understand, okay, this product really keeps telling me that it can do this amazing thing. I can't ignore it anymore. That's where they should go, right? So I focus on the special benefits now. How do I come up with ad angles? Same formula. Look at the clusters you've mapped with this stage of awareness. Look at what needs to go under it. Also think about the sticky phrases, sticky messages you have in your inventory. Come up with ad angles, mix them up, match them up, make it sound like an amazing value proposition. Okay, couple of examples. One is, I do an article or a video that talks about this particular concept. So when I say ad angles, this is important, let's remember this. These are angles, these are ideas around which you build ads. How you build them? Do you make a static image? Do you make a video? Do you write an article? Do you build a landing page that people go to and read about? That depends on how you convert it into a creative, right? This is simply an idea that we are talking about. So, first idea, desperate and impatient to see bald patches reducing. You see how much ground I covered with that one sentence? People are feeling desperate. People are feeling impatient. We already connected with them. And we're also talking about reducing bald patches. Important pain point, right? Use this fragrant hair growth serum. We're already talking about it smells great, by the way. Twice a day. Twice a day it's convenient for frequent use, right? And start seeing results within just 2 weeks. So we've covered a lot of ground with the idea here. We connected with their emotions, with desperate, impatient. We've talked about an important pain point. We've also talked about special benefits such as it smells good, and then it's easy to use often, and you'll start seeing results soon. So we've covered a lot of ground with just one angle here. Another example is a lot of testimonials. Again, we're going hard on the social proof. People are talking about what results they've seen now. Somebody's talking about it's been 6 weeks. I haven't experienced a single side effect. What are we doing with this angle? We're tackling a deal breaker. So somebody's saying no side effects. We also claim no side effects. Then that issue is solved for your prospect customer. Now they're more willing to buy. Okay, I don't have to worry about all this. Second thing is, this product fits into my normal hair care routine. So I can still oil my hair after using it. So we're solving an uncertainty. People are asking, can I use all these things after I use this product, right? Oil, shampoo, whatever else. So that uncertainty we are solving with somebody's testimonial. They're saying I can use all this, no issues at all, right? And then we're also looking at other angles, such as being skeptical, such as I used it so much, I liked it so much that I'm even recommending to other people, which is a strong social proof, right? So we're going hard on that at this stage. Strong social proof, solving uncertainties, anxieties, doubts, and then also showcasing our extra benefits a little more so we stand out. This is what we do at this particular stage.
Okay, fantastic. Cool. Now we're at the most aware, the final. Okay. These guys are probably already your customers, right?
These guys are not our customers yet, but they have been interacting with us, right? Okay. They have probably seen our landing page. They've seen a lot of our ads. They've gone to our website, read about us. They've just not been able to click on that buy now.
This is probably the remarketing audience, people who've engaged with you enough and probably have bought from you once or haven't bought from you, but there is good evidence of these guys engaging very well with you. So you can be rest assured that you don't have to tell these guys about who you are and what you do. It's something
exactly else. This is not where you start with the basics. They already have covered all of that ground. They know a lot about you, so you don't have to start with, by the way, this brand, these basic benefits, right? What are they stuck on then? They're probably stuck on certain things that they haven't understood and certain things that are stopping them from buying, which is exactly our objections to purchase. They're also considering, okay, I'm ready to buy this, but I'm not buying because if I buy, what if this happens, which is our perceived risks. So this is the stage at which we do 3 things. One is, these guys know everything about you guys. They're still not buying. How can we help them buy from you? How can we make it easier for them to buy from you? What can we change about our offer, which is that we have product, we have this much price, buy it, we'll give it to you, it will do these things. That is our basic offer, right? How can we slightly modify that to make it easy for them to buy? That's one thing. Second thing is address their objections to buying. Third thing is address all the perceived risks that they've got. Right? So eliminate these things. Couple of angle examples. This is the stage where you do the hard sell, such as you throw out special offers, discounts, flash sales. You give them easy things to do, maybe a free trial of the product. So this is where you go full on and say, take it. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to do whatever I need to make it easy for you to take it. Then you'll start to trust me. Then you can come back and buy from me. This is what you do at this stage of awareness. Three examples. One is you do something like a trial challenge, which is a 3-week period trial challenge, because now I know that people are expecting a hair growth serum to work around 2 weeks, but 2 weeks is a little too early, right? Depending on people's hair types and scalp texture type and all, it might take a little longer. So I'm going to give myself a good period of 3 weeks. And then I'll say within 3 weeks, if you don't see results, I'm going to give you all your money back. So now what are you worried about? Just give me your money, take the product, try it, not happy, take your money back. So this is what we're going to do. 3-week trial challenge, 100% money back guaranteed if you don't see results. So we do that. People start to opt in because they simply want to try it out. On the other hand, there are people who are even worried about trying this product because of perceived risks and objections, right? Such as, if I try it, I'm going to try for 3 weeks, yes. But after that, when I stop, will I lose a lot of hair? Remember, I mentioned this. So this is when we talk about, again, we show more social proof where
like
people...
You're not the only one. There are a lot of people in the market who are using it. We have a decent customer base. They're not struggling. They've not suffered. They believe in us. You can believe in us.
Exactly that. We're going to talk about, don't worry about these things happening. Try it with peace of mind. Okay, so we give them reasons to do that. We show them social proof. We also modify our offer a little bit and say, take 15% discount. Now you go ahead and try it, right? So that's what we do. Third thing is you can do flash sales. You can do more discounts. You can say, again, I'm going to mix this up a little. We're talking about a flash sale here that gives 25% off, not on the product, but on its monthly subscription plan, right? So these are most aware people. They're already considering buying from you. Why don't you just go for selling a longer term offer, right? They might be willing to just buy that instead of just one product for one month or something. So tell them it's 25% off on your longer term plan. They're more willing to opt in for that. And you say sale just lasts 48 hours, which is creating urgency, building scarcity. You say it's only for these many subscriptions that we do this offer. So these are the different things you do at this stage where you make it easier for them to buy. And you solve all their doubts and anxieties. So this is how you come up with angles for your ads based on the stages of awareness of your prospects. So that will bring us to this point, which is just a quick overview of what we did now. 4 stages of awareness, because we don't include the unaware stage. At each stage of awareness, based on what your prospects need to know to move forward, to move to the next stage and finally convert to buying, you show them the correct sort of messages that you have. You give them ads based on the same messages, right? Which we generated, the angles, the concepts, the ideas we generated based on each stage of awareness. This is just a summary of that. You could spend a little time on these slides, read these things up and understand the ideas better.
Super cool. I think that brings us to the end of this episode. Guys, you can check out the resources for this deck. And with this, I'll see you guys in the next episode, and I'll see you, Akshata, in the next episode. We'll both see you in the next episode. See you around, guys. Take care. Bye.